Yo, let's go, everybody. Let's get it on. We got Mark Vyne in the studio. We got all kinds of stuff going on today, brothers and sisters. Let's do this. Let's start sharing this, man. Let's get everybody on board. We're going to have a really good show for everybody, man. Let's rock and roll. Merry Christmas, by the way. What's up, Dennis Coleman, man? Thanks for joining us. Justin Pace is in the house. Justin, you better hold on to your hats, buddy. Give me a couple more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just make sure we're good, Mark. We'll make sure. How we look? We looking good?
I've been on the road. I've been doing shows.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Sweet. All right, guys, give us another couple minutes, man. I'm going to let this song play and make sure everything's good to go. And we'll get this party started. What's up, Bones Austin?
I was tired every day. Green light, it's time to go. I don't want to live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home.
You guys start sharing this, man. Let's get some people on. Stu Mack is in the house. Look who's watching. Look who's watching. There you go. There you do it right there. Look who's watching. Chris Gilliland is watching.
How you doing, Chris?
What's up, Chris? Bromance. What's up, Jody Miller? Biggie Paul's in the house. Yo, Christina Dunze Peterson. We're almost there. Get everything rocking and rolling, man. What's up, Thomas Vossi?
Die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash cause good die young. But here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road all on my own.
Thank you, Justin. Hey, there's a blast from the past, Mark. Keith West is watching.
Hey, all right.
Wow.
All I see him is fishing now.
He's doing a lot of fishing, man.
That's a hard life.
That's a hard life, dude. Fishing every day.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's
I can get on board with him.
Yeah. It looks like he's living.
He's living the dream, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Now you got to understand something. There's some places I'm not a part of. So if I'm not a part of it, share it in that one.
This one.
Yep,
right?
share it. There you go.
I wanted to share it to my page if I could.
So I'll have for some reason. On that one there, brother.
Are you saying you're not part of my page?
I'm gonna get my ass yelled at right now.
Man,
Mark's gonna yell at me. I'm not a part of the NPRC experience.
No. Just my personal page.
You can't.
Oh, really?
No,
Oh.
I can't because of the platform I'm using. I can't. So
Okay.
Wendy will take care of it, dude. Trust me.
All right.
Wendy's on it, man.
Sweet.
So good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. It's been a while. Mark texted me about a week ago. Said, get your ass out of retirement, and let's have a little bit of fun. So we're gonna get to you in just a second.
Sure.
You guys, Mark Vyne's in the studio, but I'm gonna run down a couple things, and then we'll get to see what's going on in Mark's life these days. So first things first. Right out of the gate, thank you so much to everybody that was a part of Toys for Tots over in California. Huge success. Very, very big success. Right now, I have 3 waffles left. They're not full, but I'm just going to send it tomorrow. So if you still want to get in on the last of the, I have an Xbox. Gosh, I don't even know what I have left. Oh, I've got the RL package.
Power supply.
Yeah, power supply. You get
Randy.
a iCharger 406 Duo, discharger, everything from Randy and me. So
Randy makes great stuff.
Randy does. Randy was here earlier, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he is.
So if you guys want to get on the very last of the waffles to help out, cool. If not, no biggie. Tomorrow I'm going to pull the names, even if they're not full or not. We're just going to be done with it. What's up, Brian Willis? That's my boy right there.
Hey, Brian.
So that's that. And I want to read something on the air, Mark. I think Mark will enjoy what I'm getting ready to read. This happened right after Mark and I had lunch today. Right after I left you, I get a text message, and this is what it said. I've never talked to this guy before, ever, and I can prove it.
Yeah.
I want you guys to read. I'm going to read this to you and hear this. It says, "Brother, you sold me my first R1 3.0 motor and gave me a shout out on your page during King of Streets. You gave me the fire to become faster than anyone I race right now. I'm the fastest in my country, and I just want to get faster. I got your back. I do wish Desert Hobbies was still open because I wanted to make a trip down there. I've only been doing this for a year, and I started out with only 2 NPRC cars. Geez, he has 10 now. I have 10 of them now, and it's because of guys like you. Thank you so much."
That's really cool.
And his name is Mike Thomas. I want to make sure I get it right. Mike Thomas, dude, thank you for that. You have no idea. You know, I messaged him back, Mark, and this is what I said. I said, "You're the reason why I do what I do. It's guys like you that inspire me and make me do what I do." So listen, this is not the first of them. But it happened right after we had lunch, cool. And I'm like, I messaged him. I said, "Man, can I read this on the air?" And he's like, "Yeah, hell yeah, man." So very cool that he did. Nice. He did that, man. It was super cool. So Mike Thomas, thank you. That's all I got to say. Cool. No, it's not. I'm not kidding. When people message me stuff like that, boy, it makes you all warm and fuzzy. It makes you feel like you've done something right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, there was a time where I was a little more active online. I've been a little quiet. But
yeah.
You'd have people that are upset with you, you know, and there's always in a huge crowd, there's always some little negative, right, that kind of gets to you.
Yep.
But then you have people like that message you and thank you, or you know that you influence to be successful.
Yeah.
And it makes all of the bad just disappear. And it's hard to explain until you experience it. But
no,
it makes every bit of time spent trying to help somebody.
Yeah.
Worth it. It comes back to you tenfold.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Because you're right. You know, sometimes the negative stuff. You know, and listen, man, we're human, and it does get to you sometimes.
Yeah, it gets into everything.
But I'm like you. I have backed way off of Facebook. Mm-hmm. The only thing that I'm doing now is Caribbean Billy. That's it, dude. That's all I've been doing lately. So you know, and listen, guys, I'm taking these. So make sure we're on the same page. I'm taking these next 2 weeks, or actually, I've been quiet because I just took a break. You know, I traveled so much this year. I mean, gosh, Mark, I almost every month I was doing a race. Mm-hmm. So it was time for me to step back, work on 2023, which I showed you my race schedule today.
Incredible.
We cannot talk about the race schedule till 1/1/23, January 1st. Yeah, January 1st, 2023 is when I'm making 14 big announcements. I can't wait.
Can I talk? I won't say anything about the races, but can I say the importance of that
for
me?
Yeah.
So you showed me that list, and I'm like, man, you have a race almost every month. And I'm going to put a massive amount of effort into 2023, and it gives me and other people and companies and everything a platform to compete on. And so thank you.
Yeah.
Without people like you, I think NPRC would reach a certain level and stay kind of at a local level.
Dormant, maybe.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I don't think it would grow the way it's going to grow with the help of people like you in organizing these major races and advertising and covering these major races. And, you know, I was telling you during lunch, I'm like, man, I'm going to have, 12 races my parents can go watch.
Yeah.
My sister, all these people, right? And it's just, that is a super important part of the puzzle of NPRC. And I think when originally you were going to kind of step away.
I was.
I think people realized that, and there was a knee-jerk reaction of, oh my gosh, we're going to lose this major part. And I'm really happy to see that you're continuing on bigger and better in 2020.
Yeah, and I told you during lunch, I'm announcing 2 more sponsors.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I texted Foster when I left. I said, hey, we just got 2 more sponsors for 2023. He's like, I said, listen, dude, this is crazy. So thank you for that. And, I don't think people really realize how much work it is. I'm always going to go back to King of Smokies, my boy Foster. 22 hours, dude, we were live.
Yeah,
and I talked for 22 hours. Listen, I'm not tooting my own horn at all. But it's a lot of work. It is dedication, like you and all the, I'll bring a name, Ulbrich, Joseph, Jay, all you guys. You guys put in so much time and energy and work into this. I do the same thing. Mm-hmm. You can ask Foster at any time. When I'm working here, I'm still working on NPRCTV. Just today alone, I mean, I bet I worked 2 hours getting prepared for next year, because next year is going to be crazy. I can't wait for you guys to see all the races we're doing. I can't wait. You know what's funny? I told my wife when I left lunch, I told her that I showed you the list. And I see, I didn't tell you this, but your face when you looked at the list, you lit up like a Christmas tree.
That's awesome. I get to go try and compete with the best. You look at all these people across the U.S. and I've got to really know them really well, and it's like a second family. So all these races you listed off are a chance to meet for everybody to get together and have fun and test our abilities. And it's a surreal situation, and you're making a dozen of those or more throughout the year. So
you know, the cool thing about it is you saw the list of 12, but out of that 12, 5 are brand new. 5 races that you guys have never even heard of. Well, no, I take that back. 4 races that these guys have never done anything. And these guys are excited to work with us.
Yeah.
And we're going to, the beauty about today and you guys joining us, I'm going to tell you our very first race. We're going to talk about it, and you guys pack your bags because we're coming to town. And let's just, since we're right there, let's just, can we knock it out of the park? We'll talk about it right now. I want to invite everybody in NPRC to join me, Foster Yates. We're heading to Atmore, Alabama. It's Battle on the Blacktop. It's put on by Mr. Justin Pace. Now, we overwhelmed this guy. So this guy's brand new. He's never put on a big race. And when he reached out to us, and I have not even talked about it like we are right now. And when I put his banner up, he texted me and said, my Facebook Messenger, I had 100 friend requests in 30 minutes. So it just shows you that people are waiting to see where we're going.
Yeah.
And
I just joined his Facebook thing.
Yeah. And the beauty about it is on January 1 of 2023, all of NPRC is going to know where we're going. But this first race in February is going to be, I'm excited to go to Alabama. I've never been there. I'm actually going to make a vacation out of it. We're going to go to Destin, Florida after the couple days because it's just right there. Because, the beauty about the race in Atmore is the airport you fly into is only 25 minutes from the track. He's got 3 or 4 hotels right there. He's doing it on a city street. Here's the crazy part. The mayor of Atmore is backing him. So I was talking to Justin today, and according to him, the mayor is going to shut down the streets. The sheriffs, they're going to shut it down, man, for us to come to town.
Wow.
I said wow, too, because when he first announced it, he was doing it at a peanut farm. Hey, listen,
it might not work out.
You hear the word peanut farm, dude, and you run for the hills. I told Foster, him and I are going to a peanut farm, and he's like, "What the hell? What peanut butter? What are we doing?" So it's going to be a really good 2023 year. Thank you for that. But if you guys want to join us at the very first race, it's going to be in February. I will, as soon as I get off of here, Justin, I know you're watching. Now you have my permission to let it fly. Take that new banner. What's cool about it, I showed you this new banner I built. Mm-hmm. Every race we're doing, every race director is getting one of these.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah,
really good.
I can't wait for every person to get their name, the name of their race, the date. My guy forgot the dates, and the name of the race director. Everybody's getting one.
Yeah, cool.
So it's going to be cool. I'm going to say one more thing, and then you and I are going to get busy.
Okay.
Don't forget, January 1st, 2023, when everybody's hungover and laying around. See, I don't drink, so I'm going to be ready to go. We're announcing our 2023. This is another race I can announce, but I have to be really, really careful on this. December 1st through the 3rd, everything, the location is done. The race director, mine and Foster's race director, done. The team that's running the race, done. Sponsors, done. I mean, Foster and I had this done in 2 hours. I can't wait to announce my race director on January 1st. I really can't, man. I'm excited. You were so excited at lunch. I'm excited just to announce this guy. It's going to be great,
I don't
man.
want to say anything, but you told me who it was.
Yeah,
and it's
I did.
major. Like, that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
When I announce this gentleman and everything about him, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I can't wait, man.
No, you got some great backing.
I do have some good backing, so it's going to be really good. So I'm in Belize. I get a text message. When are you coming back to town? And listen, one thing about you, you're going to learn about Mark. Him and I have been friends for about 2.5 years now. If Mark texts me, he knows I'm on vacation, and he sends me a text when I'm coming back, I'm going, something's up. That's just me, Mark. So I said, Mark, I'll be back. Let's do What's Up Wednesday. I even said, I don't want to know what's up. So I know now because you told me at lunch. I didn't know until lunch today, guys, because I wanted to be kind of secret, not a secret to me, but I wanted you to tell me face to face instead of on my vacation. So you told me what it is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the floor is yours.
All right. So I'm going to tell a little bit of history, and it'll explain why I'm making this change.
Before you start,
yes,
I wanted to ask you one question.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this? No, I mean really getting busy with this.
I think I want to say it's been about 3 to 3.5 years.
Is that all?
Of drag racing. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it?
Yeah. There was a year or so before the Bullet. There was the Bullet for about a year. And then there was Dustin and GFRP for about 15 months.
Okay.
And that brings us to today.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
It's fairly new. There's been an organization in Arizona, KOI, that has been doing it maybe a year before I got started, less than a year. So it's fairly new in Arizona. But once kind of a key group got together and started, it blew up in Arizona. It was crazy for a while in Arizona. So,
it was. Yep.
Yeah.
I was just curious of how long you went. So I want to paint a picture of everybody in that way when you start your story. So, so 3.5 years. That's crazy. Good deal. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this.
All right. So my history is I was with me and my brother did some stuff, right, with the Bullet. Then we made the Bullet really big. And one of the things that I realize now that my brother did for me is I can make anything. And, we'd come up with these ideas and I'd try them, and I came up with all sorts of crazy stuff, and they'd make rules, and it was a real interesting time where we would try just crazy, stupid stuff, and sometimes it would work really good, and sometimes it wouldn't. But that was a skill set that was powerful for me, and I think the Bullet became successful out of some of those crazy tests that we did, and figured out some stuff, and that was to give my brother some thanks and praise. That was because my brother could make anything that we wanted to come up with.
Yeah.
And that was a strength that me and my brother had. And so, Bobby, if you're here to listen, thank you for that. I realize how valuable that is.
It's very valuable.
So then I left Bullet and I went to GFRP, who had an extremely developed car already. And
sorry, I put on YouTube. Sorry, man.
So GFRP, when I joined there was some serious talent of East Coast and Gilbrick, and one thing Dustin did very well is he grouped together a really good team, and the car over the 15 months I was with him went through some pretty major changes and got very, very good. And so he's got a complete team with, I believe that, a lot of the most talented people in the nation on this team. And I think they have a very good car, and the car has come a long way. But then the last 3 months, I started messing around and testing, and me being me, I come up with some crazy stuff. And
can I tell you the most memorable?
Yeah, sure.
The most memorable thing that Mark did was that damn wheelie bar.
I knew you were going to say that.
Listen, if this is how Mark and I go back a ways. He's not kidding. He would come up with some stuff, dude. Listen, he'd come up with this wheelie bar with the big old wheel on it.
Yeah. Yep. I bolted a whole front end on the back.
You took so much crap for that.
Oh yeah.
When people saw that wheelie bar, bro, I had to laugh. I'm going, wow. Hold on a second. So that's my most memorable thing of you was that damn wheelie bar, man.
At King of the Streets, I'm sitting there lining up to do test passes at IKEA. IKEA was the first place that the King of the Streets was held, and then I think it was the second year. I'm sitting out there.
Speed World would have been the second year.
Was it? Yeah. So second year we're testing at IKEA, And the first year it was held at IKEA, like the 40 people.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And
Okay.
the Ghost Car won it. Ricky Bellotti won it. And then the second year it was held at the night before. You couldn't. I don't think you could test. So everybody was at IKEA and some other spots to try and test.
We were at IKEA, and oh my goodness, how can I not remember this? Because this is my first debut of going live. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. But yeah, IKEA. Oh, Fry's Electronics.
Yeah,
Behind Fry's Electronics.
So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting to, and there's a guy with like a chrono gun and he's watching people how fast they go. And at the time that was kind of the big thing, was to see what your speed.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there and I got this huge wheel on my wheelie bar, and I look over and there's Frank Yulbrick, and he's got a big wheel on his wheelie bar, and I'm like, what the hell's that? He's like, he kind of shrugs his shoulder and goes, I had to try it, man. It seems like working again. And he's figured out all sorts of ways to go fast. But I was like, man, that's a huge compliment that you're going to try that. It was a really funny moment.
Is Frank that guy too? Does he do some crazy?
Frank tries a lot of stuff. And I think Frank, his skill set. I could spend hours talking about.
No, it's cool. I'm just curious if Frank is kind of like you. Does he do crazy stuff to see if he can push the limits of different things on the car?
I think his style of tuning is different, and he is very organized and thorough when he tests a product. So I can see why people kind of people that make products gravitate to him to test. An example is, I see writing on the top of his car. And he's got like 3 or 4 cars there. And I'm like, what's all that? And he's like, well, this one has this weight of oil and this body on it, and this is the adjustment. And he's very, very meticulous, and that's extremely important for being successful as any type of racing. So
I was in Ohio during Spring Fling, and I was talking to somebody. I don't remember who. And I asked that question about Frank Ulbrich, and like, he keeps logs.
Yeah.
This man is the shit. Frank, if you're watching, dude, love you, brother. Hey, did you get your package from Belize yet, by the way? I sent him a nice package.
Cool, nice.
He is the bomb. And when this guy was breaking down how Frank does what he does, it blew me away. I was like, wow.
And not to get too far off, but there was another thing that stuck in my mind that happened just recently as I tried to dry tire race. And Frank, being helpful and in a team, he sends me a bunch of setup information and times that he ran. And this was like 2.5 years ago or something, long time ago. And he's like, hey, this is what I ran, and this is the times, and he gives me all of this data that he had from 2.5 years ago on some run that he did for dry tire. I'm thinking that guy must have like a huge library of all sorts of setups that, for every different occasion. So
could you imagine?
That's why that guy is as successful as he is. It isn't luck. It isn't, he just accidentally got on the track. The guy should be where he's at because of how thorough and meticulous. I don't think his program is matched by anybody.
Agreed.
Yeah.
100%. All right, let's go.
Okay,
No, this is cool. Because you have to understand something. A lot of people that are watching, they don't know these things.
Yeah.
So this is really great information. But let's go back with you. Okay.
So
GFRP. We were talking about GFRP.
I had this unbelievable experience with Dustin and watching the car evolve and watching the team get bigger. And then I started wanting to try a few things, and I found a few things that I thought worked extremely well. But I'm out in the garage with a Dremel, and I don't have the tools like my brother had to do experiments and testing like I want to do.
Yeah.
And so I put it out there that, what is out there that I could get that situation. And a company responded back. I had a lot of really heartfelt responses from people that really wanted to be involved. And thank you for everybody that responded. And I think there's some super talented people out there.
Tons.
Yeah. And so I went on and parted ways. And this is a really hard thing to do because it's different than my brother, where I feel Dustin and GFRP, the main, there's a lot of competition out there, but the company that's kind of paralleled or matched is R1, right? And they have a great team.
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
And there's this, friendly rivalry between the two all the time. And I'm leaving arguably the best team that there is out there with the most talent, the best car, and I did this one time before, and I did it with, the Bullet was successful when I left, and then a paralleled story is the 3.0 motor. And I went to Steve at R1 and I said, man, I think there's a motor that's stronger. And he's like, nah, the 3.0 motor sells and it's dominant. It was at the time was in everybody's car, right?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Jeez. Sorry, man. Let me turn my phone off. Hold on. Jeez. Go ahead.
So, I approached Dustin. I'm like, I think I have some ideas. And he was, as a businessman, he's got some boundaries of what he can and can't do, and he made some offers. But that same situation is, I think that the standard car is kind of the 3.0 motor, and I think there's a 4.0 type car or 4.0 4-pole motor out there type car that can change the game. And in some of the parts that I made and tested, the results were extremely good. And so then it made me step back and look of, and that was a cool conversation with Dustin, and he's been nothing but respectful and nice. And I mean, I've everything good to say about Dustin.
Me too. Yep. I would not have stayed in NPRC. I would not be sitting here right now. This is true story. Because when I announced I was quitting, Dustin was calling me every once a week.
He's an
what are you doing?
important part
What
of
are you
this
doing?
whole system.
What are you doing? So
very important.
Thank you, Dustin. Because you all need to thank him because I was out. You know that we talked.
No, I know.
And Dustin is a lot of reasons why I'm sitting right here.
Me and Dustin had a conversation about you, like. What do we do? There's some situation where we can get Billy back. Right? So,
you ever heard that people say, I'd love to be a fly on that wall?
Yeah.
I wish I could be about 12 flies right now.
Yeah. So I tested these things. I had very good results with these things, and it made me step back and think, there's really good cars out there. There's more than just GFRP and R1. There's a lot of really good cars out there, but all of them are positioned around either some, Dustin's main passion was dirt oval. He's very successful at dirt oval.
Yes.
And a lot of the parts came over from his dirt oval stuff that transferred into drag racing.
Right.
And the R1 car started out as a conversion with the B6. And now he makes all his own parts, but it's still modeled after the B6. And there's other cars that follow suit with, they were built off a platform that existed. So then I step back and look and I go, okay, if you look at real life like big full size cars and you look at drag racing or circle track, they're all completely different designs. There's nothing that will bolt on to one or the other. They don't start with one car, and a dragster is completely different than a Baja 5000 or 1000 car, right? They're all different. So
that's kind of why you put your picture up with all the different.
Correct.
I saw that. Yep.
Yeah, and I wanted to have people think about that. Is look at this picture and all the different designs and all of these. One of them's Robbie Gordon and one of them's Bernard, and they're all top of their game, and the cars are absolutely different. So if you were to start with an absolute clean slate, what would the car look like? And I personally don't think it would look very close to what we're racing now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I approached a few companies, and then once the word got out that I was looking to build something, there were some companies that approached me. And again, thank you everybody for reaching out. But there's a company that they've told me that, we'll back you and all of Team Arizona and start from scratch, and we'll build a car specifically for drag racing.
Okay.
And
Team Arizona.
Yeah.
6 of you.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
So it's a big investment from the company.
Sure.
And in return, I'm excited because now I get the same situation that I had with my brother, but it's even better because a lot of the technology is 3D printing, and I do 3D printing at work. I can hit the ground running, and it's people kind of look at 3D printing as bad, and I think for production it can be sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think for prototyping, it's amazing.
Yeah. 3D printing is not for the end all be all.
Yeah.
No, not going to happen.
So
I've seen too many break.
Yeah. But now there's fluid bed, and there's crazy type. It's the technology's going nuts.
Right.
So the company that is going to back me and back Team Arizona is 5-Star.
5-Star Hobbies.
5-Star Hobbies.
Okay.
So
all right.
Baker.
Jared Baker.
That. Yep.
I know him.
And he has a system that I've seen that David here locally uses and Todd uses, and they have
Loxton and Todd Soltero.
And if you look at, it was almost a joke where, like, man, they're coming out with new stuff all the time. There's all these crazy parts. And
they do come up with a lot of stuff.
It's because their system is so easy to model and produce new things that that promotes all sorts of new ideas and new products, right? So that situation for me is perfect, where I can hit the ground running with software that I already know. We can start designing with some, very intelligent people. We got Todd Soltero on there.
Yep.
David is, very avid racer here locally and sets up the clock, and you know he's
he does
he's
the
main
tree for
guy.
you guys to
Yep,
practice.
yep.
You know, and one thing with Todd, man, he's just, you know, sometimes I leave Todd's name out of when I start talking about the guys that put all the time in. He puts a lot of time
He
in
really
too.
does. He really
I
does.
see Todd all the time. He'll post, I just did this and we're doing this. He's very, very vocal with what he does, and he shares a lot of stuff with a lot of people.
And he's been in this for a lot longer than I have. He started back.
Oh my gosh, Todd's been when
Todd's
he
been
was just
in
a
like the
kid.
90s or something,
We
right?
with
Yeah.
Todd, we talked about this at lunch. Todd would always come into the studio, but this is back when I was doing freaking 3 lives a week. But Todd would always come in, and he was just, man, a plethora of knowledge for people. But he tests. So good dude, man.
Yeah,
if you guys ever get a chance to meet Todd, man, say hi.
And lately, David, he's setting up a couple times a week to go test, and he's calling me like, you want to come out and test, So they have all the pieces of the puzzle that I need, I think, to be successful in using all of the knowledge that's on that team and all the equipment that they have to make parts and build something very cool.
Well, I can tell you this. I haven't seen you because I've been on vacation. When I saw you today and we had lunch, you were a different person. 100%. I've never seen you so happy.
I'm very happy.
I know you are, bro.
Life's good
Today
right
I saw it. I was like, man, this was a side of Mark, because at 2.5 years I've never seen you so happy. You were like glistening and glowing.
This is for me. This is an opportunity that I'm going to look back in 10 years and go, I'm really glad that I did that, and be able to maybe make a larger difference in NPRC with some ideas.
The 10-year thing. This is something else we talked about. I'm glad that I kind of stuck with it myself, because I'm like you. What if I quit? When I said I was going to quit, what would have happened? We don't know. Where I'm going with this is, I'm in the same boat. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to spend 2023. Foster and I are already on the same page. When I end my race December 3rd, and I already told you I'm off to the Bahamas, where my whole crew is going to the Bahamas. When my race is over on December 4th, that's going to be decision time. We're going to sit around and we're going to talk. And it was 2023 worth it? Do we do it again? Because listen, man, we talked about this. I've been doing this for free for a long time. People have compensated me. People have given me money. But at the end of the day, my pocketbook can only take so much. I'm looking forward to 2023. It's going to be off the charts. NPRC is going to be bigger and better than it's been in the past. I promise you that. NPRCTV Live is going to be at all of the majors.
No, I truly believe everybody was like, it's kind of, it's leveling off and it's not going to go much more. And I could see a trend locally where it died out a little bit, and over the holidays it kind of does. But I truly believe, I'm with you, that I think 2023 is going to be the largest year for NPRC. There's going to be some crazy stuff.
Listen, you've known me for a little while, and you know how crazy I get. This is how crazy. And now I think I'm turning Foster crazy. I said to Foster, here's the deal, buddy. I asked him, I said, are you doing King of Smokies 3? And he's like, hell no, I'm out. He goes, Billy, my life with work is crazy right now, And he did put on an amazing race. Well, I'm not going to get into the race. But he's turning into me. He's turning into me. And it's going to get. I got to be careful of things I say, because I've got big announcements on January 1st.
Sure, and I mean,
no, you're cool. It's just, you guys are in for something. We are in for a treat. And when this race, this NPRC Toys for Tots, we don't quite have the full name of it. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to hear the races we're doing. I can't wait to. I want to throw up on everybody right now, but I can't, because I have a commitment to people on January 1st.
Yeah.
And so I'm backpedaling, because I got to be careful what I say, because I'm very. This is kind of tight. It's like Apple, man. We're building something special. We don't want to put it out yet.
So I want to take this platform, and thank you for letting me come.
Oh,
on.
anytime.
I want to say thank you to Jared Baker
Yep.
for it's an investment to bring on Team Arizona and me, and that's a large investment to do, and he's putting a lot of faith in what we can do for his company. And thank you very much for the opportunity for that, and we're going to work really hard to try and get 5-star on top. So
and I can't. We can't talk about things that we did talk about at lunch, but he's not kidding. He's getting in hot and heavy with this, man. You're going back. You're going back in it.
I'm going to try and push the rules and change what the NPRC car looks like.
I'm going to start asking. I'm going to start asking you questions, and it's I can answer or I can't answer.
Sure.
So you're building your own chassis.
Yes. At first, I'm going to run the Fury car, and I want to optimize, just like Dustin. I want to Dustin's Apollo. I wanted to understand all the parts that they sell and what's available to me. So we're all going to run the Fury and whatever we feel is the best car, the existing car that they have.
Okay.
And then we're going to analyze what's the good and the bads of the car and start using that to leapfrog into a new platform.
Is the end-all, be-all to have a Mark Vyne chassis?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Do you have a name for it?
No.
You're not going to call it the Bullet, right?
Probably not.
I'm just kidding with you, man. Exciting.
Yeah. This is like it's a dream for me to have somebody have enough confidence in my abilities to be able to build a car.
I give you mad respect, dude. It's going to take an army to do what you got to do, and I think you've got that. I think you have the general, and I think you got everybody to help you behind it, man. With Todd and David and those guys and Jared. I mean, I know all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you are leaving a hell of a team.
And that team is an integral part of this. GFRP, I've told Dustin this, I've told a lot of people this. If I can compete with that team, which I feel is an amazing team, then I'm successful.
Okay.
If I can take a car that, out of the minds of 5-star and build and compete with GFRP and that gorilla of a team, that's the bar I'm trying to meet. Beat that.
It's a big bar, man.
It's a huge challenge. It's the biggest challenge I've ever had in NPRC, and I'm excited for it.
That's a high bar.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. That's a big because listen,
man.
you see, you watch people and you see them get their new cars and mailed and GFRP, brother. It's GFRP.
Yeah.
So
they're the hot car.
He is the hot.
Got it.
Then that 2023 Apollo, man. It's
a great car.
Do not take this the wrong way, but it's going to be tough to beat him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
at the time that I switched from the Bullet, that was a hard car to beat.
The Bullet, yeah. It's
that
listen.
was a great car,
we
right?
used to build the Bullet for you.
Yeah.
It was a great.
And I think with the advantage that I have, and Jared offers this, is, you look at the Apollo, and there's some things that you can see that are dirt oval parts. And when you really clear your mind and look at what is the car supposed to look like as a drag car, I can see a different car. And that's the advantage that I'm bringing into this, is I think I can build that car with Jared and the 5-star team and compete. And,
a complete redesign?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
And, even Todd, I believe Todd is on the committee for NPRC. I think he's one of the people,
yeah.
I believe.
I think I can say, he's made it known. So, we can say that. Yeah, Todd's on the committee.
I used to push the rules, and I've stepped way back. But with this car, I'm going to be, making sure that this follows, in the spirit of the rule, and we're going to build something that has shocks on it, and all the standard stuff. But, does, not to go too far into it, but, does the gearbox look right? That's kind of an off-road style gearbox, and battery placement and weight and the height of the car. There's all sorts of stuff. If you could start with a clean slate, would it look the same? And it's a cool question to ask people, because everybody's got a different view of what it should look like. And Dustin thinks, and I'm sure Steve would probably, I haven't talked to him in a long time, but I'm sure that they feel that the form factor that they have for their car is probably pretty close to optimum.
Huh.
And I've had Dustin say, in conversation between me and him, that he doesn't think there's any big leaps that are going to happen with car performance, that they're pretty optimum. He could be right, but I'm banking that he's wrong.
Dustin's pretty smart dude, man.
Very smart guy.
Listen, Dustin's cool as ice, and he's a pretty smart guy, man. It's going to get interesting, man. And listen, I hope that when you get to that point, you come on my show.
Absolutely.
And you and I throw out the new, whatever we call it, we'll call it the freight train.
Yeah.
And you know me, man. And I told you at lunch, I said, Foster and I have your back. Anybody that wants to be a part of what we're doing, man, we'll support anybody. I support you. I support Dustin. I support everybody.
Yeah.
And that's just what we do, man. We're as neutral as we can be. But I'm rooting for you,
Thank
and
you.
you know that. Just because a lot of people don't know this. Him and I work outside of drag racing, so we have a pretty good relationship. So I really wish you well. I hope you knock it out of the park.
Thank you.
Man. It's just you got a big park to.
It's a big challenge. I think that anybody's
it's okay.
ever taken
You know
on.
what?
to
Listen,
try and beat. Yeah.
overcome and adapt. I mean,
Yeah.
listen. I think that we're talking about NPRC and live streaming. I used to feel that way. I used to feel the same way you do. I got these hurdles to overcome because I want to be the best at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
That's how my dad raised me. That's how I'm built, and I think I'm just like you. I'm gonna do what it has to take to get to be the best, and I'm gonna get there. And I think that 2023 is gonna put me in Foster.
Yeah, I know the ideas that we talked about at lunch.
Blew your mind, right?
Yeah, they're going to improve your whole thing.
Yeah,
tremendously.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
And the beauty about it though, I told you this. Foster and I are like I hate to say it like that. I almost said peas in a pot. Whatever you want to call it. One thing with Foster is you guys don't know this, is him and I talk probably 2 hours. Every time him and I get on the phone, it's always 2 hours. 2 or 3 times a week sometimes. Lately we haven't because he's so damn busy. Without him, without Foster on my team, it would be a struggle to do this. And he knows I love that. That he's my boy. I'd do anything for that guy. But for him to be a part of the team, it's
That's cool.
We're going somewhere this year, man.
I understand how you feel. I feel the same way about the Team Arizona people.
Yeah,
where, me and Jared had conversations, and I'm like, I'm kind of a package deal where I'm not as successful without for Frank Greer, right?
Frank Greer is the bomb.
We've been partners in or teammates for I think 2.5 years now, and a lot of the success of both of us are because of each other being able to work together.
Yeah.
And so there's a massive appreciation for a company that allows us to stick together and do this.
To work with somebody like that,
yeah,
and to have that relationship, it makes you a better person too.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. That's my opinion.
Yep.
But like I said, man, without Foster Yates, the NPRCTV would still be alive. I would, and listen, I know Foster's watching. Would I have found somebody else? Yes, I would have got that guy to be my partner, my friend, my commentator, what I mean? He's going to start traveling with me now. I mean, we're going down to Rotan, Honduras in February. You're welcome, Foster.
That's cool.
Without him, NPRCTV wouldn't be as strong as it is.
Yeah,
for sure.
It takes a good
team
group, right? Everybody brings something to
it. Can we talk about Team AZ for a second?
Yeah, sure.
So, Mark Vyne, Frank Greer,
yep,
Taylor Spencer,
yes,
Tony Arellano,
yep.
Oh my God, I'm gonna miss somebody. Hold on, hold on. God dang it,
Hey.
hold on. Christopher Schwartz.
There you go. Yeah.
I got one more. Hold on, I got one more. Jeez, Mario.
Yes.
Mario.
Super Mario. Yeah.
When you make these decisions and you are want to do the leaps and bounds and do the things that you want to do, and you sit down with Team AZ, is it a group decision?
Yes.
Okay.
It's interesting. That's a good topic because, I talked to him about, I want to go off and do this, and I'm hoping that it's good for all of us. And I kind of gathered. I was kind of the front guy to go gather all the information of all the companies that would back this or give us some sort of opportunity. And so I did the research, and I brought all the research to the team. And there was a few front runners that were willing to do a lot for us to try and achieve this.
Yeah.
And so we sat down and looked at all the positives and negatives, and we had kind of a video chat after I got all the data together. And as a group, we figured out what was best for all of us, and that's important. Like, without that team, and me and Frank have been together a long time, but Mario and Chris and Tony and Taylor have been there, and they're each have a value that's very important. So again, for Jerry to bring us all on board,
that's a lot of guys.
It is, and he's willing to invest to make us as strong as we can possibly be, and I feel an obligation to be successful and take this extremely serious to try and pay him back for what he's giving us, because it's really a great opportunity for all of us in Team Arizona.
Did anybody on Team AZ fight you?
No, and there was some.
You're leaving a big team, all 6 of you at the same time. That's a big leap. It's a big jump.
Yeah. And one of the things that's nice, this is the type of person Dustin is he reached out to each person.
Yeah.
And said, hey, if you want to go with what Mark's doing, I completely understand, but you're always welcome here. I mean, it was
That's
a really nice, heartfelt message to each person.
Yeah.
And just stuff like that guy does means a lot, right? I mean, that's a good guy.
He is the bomb.
And I can't speak for all of them, and I'm assuming we're all going. I'm pretty sure we are, right? But I don't want to speak for them too, and I'm sure they'll have their separate.
Yeah,
right?
it's a decision.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to say it, Mark. Unfortunately, you're leaving a great team.
Yeah.
So Mario and Tony, you all are leaving a great team. That had to have been pretty hard for some of the guys. I mean, I'm just being listen. Yeah. I know how I am, and if I was on Team AZ and you come to me, it would have took me a little bit. I don't think I would have jumped ship. It would have took me a little bit to think about before I did jump ship.
I couldn't sleep for a week thinking about all the things that I'm going to be able to do, but then what I'm leaving, and yeah, it was. I take NPRC extremely serious. It's a huge part of my life. And
yeah.
It's a huge change. It's just like. Last year at this time, I decided to part ways with Steve in R1, and I couldn't sleep for a couple days.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, man, am I making the right decision? I'm not even leaving to go to another company. I'm just leaving because I like this motor, right? I mean, am I being stupid, or is this really a thing? But now you look and, there's a lot of those motors running around there. It was a good decision. I'm hoping this is the same.
Yeah, listen, and I asked you when we were sitting down today, I said, what is your forecast? Meaning 2 months, 4 months, 6 months when the freight train comes up. We're going to call it the freight. We're going to call it the freight train for today. And you said maybe 6 months. You thinking?
It all depends. Like
you got a lot of work to do.
I'm confident I know about 70% of what the car should look like.
Okay.
And that could change as we start building and testing. So it's hard to predict when we're going to have the final product. And I got to see, the Fury is a different car. It looks different. The front end is completely different than any other car out there. And I got to see how that works. And I like that design. So it's really hard to predict. But in my mind, if everything goes the way I think it's going to go, we have a pretty good start on the design. And it should take a few months to test and finalize and then understand. Out of that testing, you're going to find other things that work well and don't work, and the design changes. So it's an evolution.
So 6 guys heading off to 5-Star Hobbies, and the end goal is to build this chassis. Now, is all 6 – we're not going to talk about 5-Star team yet. Let's talk about Team Arizona. So I want to make sure, because I know Todd and David, all those guys, but I'm talking about Team AZ. When you guys make the switch and you start building this chassis, you start getting where you does everybody have a part of this? Does everybody on the team?
I think there's going to be parts that I just make and test, right? And if it works, and it might be, this is just thinking out loud, but to make 10 sets of something that aren't proven yet is not efficient. So for efficiency, it would probably be me and Frank or me and Todd or there's only going to be a couple of parts made each time. And then if it works, we feel it's an improvement, then the team will get that part, and let's thoroughly test it.
And test it.
Right. And there's going to be some, round tables of where we start and what we do. And I think Jared is going to bring me and Frank out. I think it's Nebraska is where his home thing is, his manufacturing plant.
When are you going there?
I believe beginning of January.
You better.
It's going to be really cold.
You better dress a little warm. There, the Arctic blast is going through there right now.
And I think it'll evolve into a good system. Whether it's Dave setting up his clock and we go test, or whether it's the whole team get together to go test. But the cool thing is we'll all be on the same platform and be able to test. I just don't know if every time we make a part, we're going to make 10 of them to go test. It just has to evolve into what it's going to be.
When you make the freight train, and you listen, but today it's the freight train. I just named Mark's new chassis.
Yeah.
So when the design and when everything's starting to come up, right? Do you make the parts and you send it off to teammates and you say, all right, boys, go test, figure it out. Do they put as much time as I know how much time you put in? I know how much time Todd Saltero puts in. I know how much time. I just don't know about Tony and all that. Do those guys put in the time too?
I think so. I think it's a different level where some of the value of them isn't necessarily in testing, but when we feel the product's good. The same thing with let's use Flipper for example. Is I made this part in my garage and it worked good. So then Frank tried it and he's like, oh, it works really good. And so then Chris was building one, and it kind of trickles down to the other teammates to try and test. And I think this is probably going to happen. Just so I think you can get really clouded when you test a bunch of stuff and you lose track of what actually works good. So there's a value to somebody that has a standard car or has little change in the car, and they put the car on and give me an honest evaluation of if it works or not.
Yeah.
I've gotten lost where I think something works really good, and you go down this path, and then a couple weeks later, it's like, shit, I can't. It's not working good, and I'm spending all this time. You have to know when to cut your losses and step back. And so there's value to Chris, Mario, and all those people that don't go down that path, and then I can give them a part where I might be lost down this path. I give them a part, and they test and go, yes, it's good or not good, and they have a clear image of if it's good or not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try all sorts of crazy stuff, I'm sure. And when I get something that I think is really good, then I'm going to send it on to get tested.
Now let's talk about 5-Star Hobbies. Todd Saltero, David Loxton. I don't know who's all on that team. Who else is on the team?
I'm not.
No. Do you know who else is on 5-Star besides? I don't know. I've stepped back away from Facebook. Everybody's re-signing right now. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Season,
I saw Jay. We're gonna talk about Jay Joseph in just a second. But just
congratulations, Jay.
Yeah, congratulations, dude. But I just listen. I love that guy. He's always been good to me. But last night you understand, I did not watch his live. Somebody said, Jay Joseph just left our one. I went, what?
Yeah, crazy.
And I got Mark coming in tomorrow to do what? So, you know what I mean? That puts me in, I'm going, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So, I don't know who else is on that team. Do you?
I think I know a few, and I don't know the whole team. I know locally.
Well, let's find out. Todd, are you what? Todd was watching earlier. Man, who's on that team? I'm just curious. The reason I'm asking the question is, now that you're doing that, okay, so we're talking about Team AZ, okay, whether you 5-Star, now all you have now. I mean, you to bring in Todd with to for all you guys to test and do all this together, because I know David Loxton and Todd, they put the time in, a lot of time.
They're out there all the time.
So everybody kind of teams together.
Yep.
It's going to be crazy, man. I'm kind of curious. I just don't know, and I'll start checking in and getting all that stuff figured out once we get next 2023, because that's when I start digging and find out who's on what team. Just right now, I'm still in vacation mode.
I think Kyle Christie is on 5-Star. I think
Kyle is.
I think so. Man, I could be, and I think Ian.
Okay, so you got the Clays.
The Clays, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Huge power.
Yep. Yeah. So you got Ryan Clay. Diaz is there. Who's Diaz? Todd, who's Diaz? I should know this. That's sad.
Man, and I'm
so you got Ryan Clay and Devin.
I just see the face of it.
Okay, so you got Ryan Clay and Devin.
Yeah.
And then you got
Ian.
Todd. Oh, Ian?
Yeah. The DRK.
Yeah, Ian. Little Ian. I know who he is. He's on 5-Star.
Yes.
So is that who he's talking about? Ian Goodfellow.
Yeah.
And right. And Kaylee Fotek. Right. Me and Bibby in Florida. Daniel Dominguez. My brother Bibby, fast 5-Star. Ivan, versatile. Okay, Ivan, got it. Okay. Jonathan Diaz, me and Owen Smith. That's Julia. Okay, Julia. Hi, Julia. Bibby, Jonathan Diaz. Okay, got it.
Yeah, there's
Holy cow!
It'll be.
You know,
it'll be
I didn't
good.
know that, brother. That's a Ryan Clay. Love that guy, man.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
I got
Ryan.
I got his shirt. The
Yeah,
cool
I do
shirt.
too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it's a
Hey,
cool shirt,
love
yeah.
Ryan Clay,
Yeah.
dude. Hey, and I know Ryan puts time in too.
Yes, he's very, very.
I
strong
forgot
in this.
about Ryan. I apologize, Ryan. I'm telling you, bro. I'm still in vacation mode right now. Right, Ryan puts the time in too. You know now that team? So now look at the team. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we have the talent to compete. I think it's going to be
Holy
a great
cow.
2023.
Yeah. No, I didn't put all that. What's up, Albrecht? I'm late like usual. This is where the fun. Hey, Frank, did you get your I sent you a gift from Belize, dude. Did you get it yet? Right. There's Ryan Clay. They're all coming in hot.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, now
2023 is going to be for me the most challenging and exciting year of NPRC. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Wow.
My mind's going nuts.
My mind's going nuts too, just because man, that is that's.
But when you look at the talent of GFRP,
Hey, Tony Fitzwater, how are you,
like,
buddy?
look at the talent of that team. Of
It's
GFRP.
coming, Frank.
GFRP talent is deep.
Deep.
Like, massive.
I love everybody on that team, dude, and they are just everybody on GFRP are just my boys. I love them all, man.
Yep.
They're all
Me
good.
too. That's my.
Yeah,
it's,
you know,
it's
let
hard.
me ask you a question. When you made this decision, man, I mean, and you called up Dustin, was that that had to have been a tough call? Was it? I mean, you know, Dustin's pretty an open book, man. His doors are always open. I could text him at 2:00 in the morning. You know what I mean? And as soon as he wakes up, he's always right there. Was it was that a hard phone call to make?
Yeah, and it wasn't a specific call. It was, hey, Dustin, first call is, can we do this? And he's like, well, let me think about how we would do that. And he calls back and goes, I don't think that would work. And I'm like, okay, how about this? And so I
That's
came
what you
with
call
a couple
fishing.
different things.
That's what you call fishing.
And it's not about like any deal or anything, but what's possible with GFRP, right? And he came back with some very good stuff, right? Like, okay, he's got the Aero platform.
Yeah.
Can we do something? And at the end of it, just to be honest, I'm like, I don't want to sit here next year and say, man, the Aero is a great car.
I get it.
Right? I still, we built off a platform that existed.
Yeah.
And with the other, a few other companies offering to kind of start over or build something new.
Yeah.
It just made sense. His business model doesn't make sense. He's got a successful car. He's not going to completely redesign the car.
Well, he just dropped the 2023
and
Apollo.
It's an awesome car.
And,
awesome.
and I'm going to put myself in Dustin's shoes and just hear me out on this. If any of my guys come to me and I've already kind of have it set and I've already spent the money to do it, it's a hard decision for somebody to change something that's already great. Mm-hmm. That, I mean, I'm hear me out though. Yeah. Me as a business owner, I would have that would be a tough decision on my end too. I showed you the golf cart shop, so I showed you what we do. We kind of do with golf carts, kind of like you guys do with chassis. It would be a tough decision if my guys came to me and said, "Listen, I think we should go with this." It's just hard because I'm already invested.
But I gotta say, the angle of a business owner like Dustin is different than the angle of a competitive racer. And when I see something that I think is faster, I need to go as a competitive racer. I need to go do it to be valid and try and stay competitive. And Dustin has other values where he has to have a healthy business, and so the two sometimes don't align. A lot of times they do. Like you look at Ulbrich and Dustin, they align well. They developed a car together, and that car is very successful. And Dustin has a healthy business model to do that. Where I've told multiple people, I feel if I show up with the same car and we're using Ulbrich as an example, I show up with the exact same setup as Frank, I think I would lose 7 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Because he is so good at this style of car, this style of setup, and managing horsepower. This is his jam. So I told Dustin, I have to find some sort of edge to be able to compete. And my edge is I understand how cars work really well. So as a racer, I felt like I had to do this to try and stay valid and stay as fast as I can be when I know something I feel is the next step. If it doesn't make sense with Dustin, it doesn't mean he's making a bad decision. It
Yeah.
means that business model doesn't work.
Yeah,
right?
no, at all.
There's a company that I think can build the car with the technology that they already have in-house, and they can build it fast, and I can try and improve their existing car by taking everybody's input and go, okay, let's look at the existing car and how do we get this as fast as we can get it, and then learn from that car and go, okay, let's apply it to this and start with a clean slate. So yeah, there's no right or wrong, or it's what Dustin felt he had to do as a business person and what I felt I had to do as a competitive racer.
And me as a business owner, completely understand with Dustin.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
Because
yep.
you've invested.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now, I don't
Why
think.
Why would he change? He's got the best car,
he's got the best.
Right?
He's the
why
best.
Would he change?
He agreed.
But my argument is, why would Steve change from the 3.0? It was the dominant motor. That was the shit, right?
I get it, dude.
So
I 3.0s I have sitting on a shelf.
Right. I think there are times that are critical moments where, as a business owner, maybe you have to cut a loss and say, okay, let's put some money into the next car, and it's going to be very interesting to see 2023 because I think I'm going to come out with something that looks completely different.
Cool.
I'm hoping that is very competitive and maybe designs, maybe designs will change based on things we find out and going down this road of starting from scratch. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens.
Listen, I'm excited for you, bro. You know that.
Thank you.
You know that, dude. And I told you, man. Even though you bothered me on my vacation, I said, listen, man, I'll be there for you. I'm there, whatever you need. And my casa has turned into. I've had 4 casas.
This is a different room.
What's crazy is this is where I started. Remember, you used to come in here. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
This was where we started with.
You moved it over there, yeah.
I moved it over there, and then that became a drone room. I moved it back over there. I moved it outside.
Right.
The studios, dude. One day, I would love to have like just a full blown. That's my studio, like at my house. Like I would love to. I'd love to just go in my studio and do my thing.
Yeah.
That would be cool, man. You get in these places, I'm not done yet, dude. I told you I put a big TV, and you guys can't see this mess here, but it's a mess in here.
That's not too bad.
But I'm with you, man. It's 2023. I can't wait, dude. I'm just telling you. The biggest thing I can't wait for y'all to see my race schedule.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
1/1/23. My race schedule will be announced, and I think there's a lot of people waiting for me to drop this to see where they're going next year. I'm not kidding. I get people that will send me a message. Hey, where you? I'm not ready. Can't tell you. I gotta get everything dialed in. I don't want to tell you guys where we're going. Foster and I are trying to keep everything as secret as we can, just because it's very next year is very special to me. I'm fully sponsored for the year. We have the new, starting in January, we got the new NPRCTV.com swag shops coming. we are working on it. Speaking of Foster, what's up, big dog?
Hey, Foster.
I'm still working, brother. Still at work, jamming.
I can't hear you, brother. We can't hear you, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Why can't we hear him?
Billy, I have to. So I got to run here pretty soon.
Oh, he was going to come and say hi to you real quick.
Oh, okay.
No, he was just going to say,
yeah.
We can't hear you, Foster.
Can you hear me?
Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
No, go. Go back to work. I'll tell him for you. Look at he's at work.
He's gone.
He was just going to come and congratulate.
Oh, excellent.
He messaged me and said, "Hey man, can I just hop on and say congratulations to Mark?" And of course you can. That's all that was about, dude.
Cool,
He's my boy. You know that, man.
Yeah.
He may be crazy, but he's my boy. Wow. All I got to tell you is I wish you luck. You have an uphill battle, my friend, and it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough.
But if anybody can do it, you can.
Thank you.
You really, I know, I feel you can knock it out of the park. But I can't help you because I can't tune shit. I can tune this is about it, man.
Well, when the car is, as we progress and stuff, I'll keep you up to date.
Yeah, listen, and don't forget, Biggie. Biggie. See, there's a guy. There's a blast. So don't forget, Biggie's starting the Biggie's World NPRCTV news right after the first of the year.
Yeah, I saw there was a big thing on what name. Was that the thing?
Yeah. Biggie, he don't like the damn name, so we're gonna change the name. He's already got the name, dude. I said, you know what, Biggie, you run that dude, and he's super excited. Yeah. One thing with him, he's all over. He'll message me 400 or 500 times a day though. But Biggie, I'm busy. Give me a second, man. But so right after the first of the year, guys, we'll be talking about Biggie's World and launching that show. I'm pretty excited for him to do it just because we're going to do something different with Biggie. I'm sending him iPads and green screens and everything. He's going to do everything right at his house. Nice. He's going to have a studio just like this. I'm going to show him how to do it, and he's going to have fun with it, man. We're literally going to talk the news. So here, the news is Mark is leaving, left GFRP off to 5-Star Hobbies. It's that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. That's the type of news that Biggie's going to be doing for us. Super excited to for him to be a part of this. And once we announce our big race for December of 2023, I told you I'm going Toys for Tots, and my goal is $30,000.
Wow, that'd be great.
That is my goal. My goal for Toys for Tots, the NPRC TV Toys for Tots Super Bowl, whatever we're going to call it, wherever I announce it. See, y'all thought I was going to tell you, is $30K. That's my goal, is $30K.
Cool.
And now, do I think I can get to it? Absolutely, because I'm going to start September. See, I started so late this year because I'm so busy with the golf cart stuff. Mm-hmm. But Wendy and I are both on the same page. September 1, we launched Toys for Tots. I have 3 people running Toys for Tots for us. I'm going to be announcing them on January 1st, too.
Cool.
You know how you have your Arizona team? We have our NPRC TV live team, our new team of 8 people. See, I didn't tell you this at lunch. We have a team of 8 people now. It's not just me and Foster. I'm going to announce that team on January 1st when you guys are all hungover.
Nice.
I keep saying that because everybody's going to go party like rock stars.
Well, Billy, I gotta
go. I got it. But congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me use this platform.
Yeah. I'm going to stay behind. I'm going to go through a lot of these comments and hang out with all the listeners for a second.
Cool.
Doors open.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I wish you well.
Thank you.
You have an uphill battle.
Yes.
Hey, and by the way, hey, Foster and everybody out there, you notice how now all the guests have their own iPad now.
This is a cool setup.
Yeah, man. I've been working hard. Listen.
It's simple and works very well.
We're going to talk about my sponsors for a little while.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big one.
Got it. Yeah. Team Associated.
Yeah,
all right,
nice.
buddy. Take care, man.
Thank you very much, Billy.
I'll hit you up. Hey, did that charger work?
No.
God damn it.
No.
Okay. I'll go get it in the morning.
I have it here.
No. I'll go
the
get
other
that.
one.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I got
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Billy.
I got you taken care of.
Okay.
Can you see yourself out?
I can.
I'm going to continue talking to everybody real quick.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
Yeah, man. Everybody's awesome. You had 160 people watching. Yeah, you're good, dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the reason is because my individual can customize their own car. The reason why this thing became see, man, take care of you, man. Congratulations again. Wow, there's news. Biggie, where are you when the news needs to be announced, man? That's some news. Super cool, man. I wish him well. He like we've talked about it. He's gonna have an uphill battle, but if anybody can do it, Mr. Vyne can do it, and we'll see what happens. So stay tuned for more announcements coming out of the 5-Star Hobby stable. I was going to talk about Jay Joseph, but he had to go. Hey, Jay, I don't know if you're still watching. Jay, if you're still watching, you want to come on the show, man, and talk about your new ride, dude, hit me up and I'll bring you in real quick. I want to congratulate you, but huge shout out to Mr. Jay Joseph. He's a friend of mine, man. He's a good dude. Let me go. I'm going to go through some of the comments because, man, you guys are just on fire. I apologize, man, but when I get going, it's tough to it's tough to hop over here. I'm going to go back, a few pages and let me just see what's going on. Jason Hansen, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you, brother. Tankachango, Live Access. Okay, what's up, dude? Curtis Harris, man, what's up, man? There's my boy. There's another really good friend of mine, Curtis Harris. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, Mr. Curtis Harris. Love you, brother. Hey, I'm coming to the Sand Dunes. If you, we're going to stop by and see if you and Chrissy want to take you out to lunch. Frank Greer, what's up, dude? See, I'm way off, guys. Way off. I just want to see if anything stands out really quick. Tony Arellano, I've got Mark's back. That's great. Twisted Frog Racing, OKO, what's up, buddy? OKO's in the house, man. Hey, Jeremy and OKO, thank you guys for promoting me, man. I really appreciate it. Jasmine, okay, there's hey, what's up, Jazzy? Let's see what she says. This makes me think. So when we hear Team AZ, we all have those names in mind. What names come to mind when you hear Team Texas? Jasmine Hernandez. That's a darn good question, Jazzy. That's a great question. Let's help Jasmine answer that question. Here's the question. Her question is, so when we hear Team Arizona, we all have those names in mind. What names come to mind when you hear Team Texas? Why don't you guys, let's have a little fun for a second while I go through these comments, man. You guys tell me what comes to mind when you hear the word Team Texas. I'm going to say Jasmine only because she's right here. Brian Willis, Earl Baxter, Chapa, those people come to mind when I hear that type of stuff. Let's keep going here. Danny Oliver, what's up, dude? I just want to see if anything catches my eyes here before we pop off here. You guys set your date for January 1 of 2023. Foster, Yates, and myself have some big announcements. We're going to be launching our race schedule. It's going to be, you guys, when I tell you the race schedule, we have a lot of work to do. It's going to be absolutely crazy. I can't wait. And that's going to bring up what we're going to talk about real quick before I go. And that's all the people that are backing me. It's absolutely amazing the amount of people that are wanting to come on board with Foster and me and Wendy for 2023 season. Let's get right to it. Team Associated. If you guys did not see my post last week, Team Associated shipped us a pallet of DR10s. So that's going to be part of our announcement. What we're going to be doing with all these DR10s. I think we have 40 of them. I think. I believe there's 40 that they sent me. So we've got a pallet of these things. We're going to tell you what we're going to do with them right after the first of the year. Voodoo, my buddy Matt Ottman is going to be joining us for 2023. And then, of course, Team GFRP, Dustin Malakote will be joining us. BMF will be hanging out with us. Tim Cedarberg, let's going to continue. Let's keep on going down the road here. Royalty RC. I have nothing but mad respect to talk about Mr. Jason Edier and those boys. I got to tell you, I had such a great time over in California with Jason and Bill, and there's so many people on that team. Thank you guys for supporting us for 2023, Jason. It really means a lot to me. That you're going to do that with us. It's super cool, man. And then we've got Trickle. We got Tony the meme, Tony the I don't know what the hell you want to call him, but Tony Trickle is a part of NPRCTV next year. He'll be doing all the cool memes and the funny stuff, man. It'll be fun. And you got Luke's Hobbies. Listen, if there's a hobby shop that you would like to support, go check out lukeshobbies.com. He helped us for He helped us for the Toys for Tots. He did a 15% off code for us, which is unheard of, especially when you do anything with RC parts. There's not a lot of margins in that stuff. So huge shout out. What's up, Jason? Oh, yeah, brother. Anytime, man. Jason, I got your back. You know that. So big shout out to Luke and all the boys over at Luke's Hobbies. It's very special, man, that you guys did that for us for Christmas. I've been so damn busy. I haven't had a chance to call Luke and see how the hell his 15% off code did. I'll probably do that when I go off the phone. Guru, my boy. He's going to be taking care of all the shirts, all the swag for NPRC TV. He'll be taking care of all that. Guru Graphics, man, it'll be good times. Let's keep going. Let's keep on going down the line here. And this brings up my next 4. And that's going to be Tommy Giove, my buddy. My buddy. I don't know if that even makes sense. Tommy Giove, TSG Carbon Works, tsgcarbonworks.com. Go check him out, man. He's a really good friend of ours, good friend of the show. He'll be helping us, backing us for 2023. Thank you, Tommy. And that brings me up to my friend, and now he's part of the 2023 team. You've got Stick It. You've got my buddy Kelly Ray, man. He's going to be joining us. The cool thing with Kelly, he loves to do videos and teach you guys about prep. So one thing about it, sorry, Ivan, that was 2 weeks ago, dude. Anyway, Kelly Ray, hopefully after the new year starts, he'll be doing some videos for you guys over on NPRCT Drag News Products. That'll be fun. And then you got John Martin from Bad Racing. I don't have nothing but mad respect for this guy. Him and I are going to jump out of an airplane one day, but John is just to hang out with him and Tony Trickle. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch the show over in the Toys for Tots in California, we call it the Bad Trickle Show. It was John Martin from Bad Racing and Tony Trickle from Trickle Customs, and just great guys, man. They have fun at this stuff, and we all have a good time. And that brings me to Mr. Art from RC Speed Secrets. Listen. Art is everywhere. If you don't know RC Speed Secrets, you need to go to rcspeedsecrets.com. Check out everything that Art does. I can't even tell you. He told me some new colors he's coming out with. He told me over in California he's got some new product he's going to be launching. He couldn't really talk about it. So stay tuned for Art from RC Speed Secrets. And then we're going to be announcing two more sponsors on January 1, right along with our race announcements. But I want to get everybody excited to come hang out with me and Foster. We're going to be heading down to Atmore, Alabama. Listen, we're going to be bringing in the heat, man. Battle on the Blacktop, Atmore, Alabama. It's going to be live right here on NPRC TV Live. Justin Pace is going to be your race director. He's going to be handling everything down there. I've been talking to Justin all day today. He is literally the mayor of Atmore, Alabama, is working with these guys. They are blocking off the road for you guys. I don't know if it's in the city. I don't know exactly where it is. But join me in Atmore, Alabama in February. All the dates that I'm talking about are going to be 100% announced on 1/1/23. But when I get off of here, I'm going to post up Justin's his new banner that we had made for him. Look how great that looks. I'm doing this. So this is something new that I'm doing with NPRC TV Live this year. What we're doing is every race that we do, every race director that we work with is going to have their own banner. It's going to be really cool. So anytime they post or do anything with their race or anything, these guys are going to be posting this banner that we're having made for them, and they turned out absolutely great. I can't wait for you to see the race schedule banner, man. It's just works for us. I sent this to Foster yesterday. The first thing out of Foster's mouth was, I need one of these made for me. So we're going to have one of these made for Foster and his dirt oval on Xbox. Going to be a good time, man. Yeah, Jerry Baker, dude. And there's another guy I want to give mad props to. Jerry, what you're doing, dude, is just above and beyond a Call of Duty. Jerry knows that we were working to help the kids, and he has been he's still donating. And like I said, we have 3 waffles that are still open. I'm gonna just go for it tomorrow. I'm not doing it today. I'll do it sometime tomorrow. Jay Joseph, yeah, again, Jay, if you have a minute, dude, you want to hop on and say hi to everybody, man? If you have a minute. If you're not, dude, I totally understand. So guys, go find Battle on the Blacktop on Facebook. Become a part of it. Go to the event page. If you think you can make it, man, hit him up. Put in there you might be going. If you can make it, here's what I do know. I have reached out to all of Alabama, all of Louisiana. They're coming. Tennessee's coming down. We're talking to Georgia. We're bringing them over. Florida. We're bringing all of Florida over. We're gonna bring them all over. Jay. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get Jay on here. Let's congratulate Jay really quick. Let me see if I can pop him. Jay, text. I know I have your number, but send me your phone number really quick. Jay Joseph. Let me see if I have you in here. Jay Joseph. Oh, I do have it right here. Right there. Got it. Let me get Jay on here, guys. Let's see. Let's say hi to him really quick. And let's congratulate this guy, man. And let's see what's shaking. Let's see. I got to find his phone number. Stand by, please. Whoops. I got you, Jay. I'm sending it to you right now, brother. I got you. I just had to dig a little bit. There we go. Sending now. Yeah, hey, man, check it out. Well, let's get Jay on here. Anyway, back to Battle of the Blacktop. Pack your bags. Join Foster Yates and myself on Battle of the Blacktop at Moore, Alabama. I'll post the dates as soon as I get off the live with Jay really quick. Pack your bags. Come on down. I did something about a little while back. And what I did is I wrote down how many hours it was from Florida to come over to Atmore, Alabama, Georgia to come down, South Carolina to come down, North Carolina to come down, Louisiana to come down, Tennessee to come down, all the states that are just right around Alabama. You guys are only, there's like, I think Louisiana was like 3 hours. I think Dallas, Texas was 6 hours. So guys, you are not that far away from this race. And we're live streaming it. It's going to be crazy. And I'm telling you, Justin Pace, you're in for a treat, my friend. Because when NPRCTV live comes to town, man, it's gonna be a party. As soon as Jay gets on here, man, we'll say hi to him. My wife just texted me and said, "What did she say?" What? I don't even know what she says. My wife. Anyway, if you're not excited for 2023, I see a bunch of stuff kind of going on in the Facebook world and in the different groups and things are going on. And listen, this is NPRC right here. This is NPRC. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. If you want to come to the biggest races of next year, you stay right here tuned to this show because we are doing them all. We've got all the big races. We've got all of them, you know. Unfortunately, there is one race that we will not be live streaming. We tried, but it just didn't work out in our schedule. But once we announce these races, then you guys can start scheduling where you want to come and join with us and hang with us. I know Hawaii is going to be coming back into the U.S. And I'm seeing, and I'm going to ask Jay. He's coming in right now. I don't know why we can't see him. But as soon as he hops on here, I have a question for him. I heard from a couple people that Jay might be coming to Alabama, and I need to know. I gotta know these things. 1/1/23. January 1, 2023 is the date. You're gonna meet my new race director. Foster and I are putting on a race. It's called the NPRCTV Toys for Tots. We don't know what the Super Bowl or we don't know what we're gonna call it. But I'm gonna tell you the location. I'm gonna tell you the race director, the team, the new NPRCTV live team. We're announcing all of that on 1/1/23. I'm telling you, that's the day that everybody's kind of recuperating from all the partying. So join us, man. I'm going to have a party, and Foster Yates is going to be heading up the party with me. Jay's trying to come in. I don't know if he's having a problem with his. I don't know if Jay is having a problem with his.
What is going on, man?
I think Jay's having a problem coming. Jay, I could just call you, bro. You want me to just call you? I can call you. Let's just call you. Here, let's just call him. Hold on. Jay. We just call him. We don't need to bring him in. You guys know what he looks like. He's trying one more time. I see him trying to come in. I can call you. Hold on. Let me see if we can get him on a call. Anyway, you guys don't need to. You guys don't need to see Jay. I just want to I want to personally tell him congratulations. Okay, here we go. Let's call him. He's gonna have me call him. Give me 1 second. Let me boot up the old telephono and let's give him a shout. Hang on, guys. Hey, I forgot to tell you guys. Thank you for joining me today, Mark. Mark is he's a good friend of me. He's a good friend of the show. So for you guys to join us today was super cool and special, man. He truly appreciates it. You know what? Here we go. Let's get my boy, Jay Joseph.
What's up, bro?
What are you doing?
Not much, brother. Kicking back.
Yeah. Hey, what, you couldn't, would your phone not let you in or what?
I was in. I don't know. It just didn't.
I couldn't see you.
Yeah, I couldn't see you either.
So, dude,
I was in, though.
hey, I always say this, dude. First and foremost, I use Foster's words. Congratulations, bro.
Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you.
That came from. I don't know where it came from, dude. When I heard that last night, I was like, what the hell?
Left field, huh?
Yeah, man. You know, and listen, and I know there's some things you can say and you can't say, but what sparked this? What? I mean, what? Spill the beans, dude.
I mean, honestly, like, there was really, like, happened as far as, like, me being upset or anything like that. You know, I wanted something different, man. I wanted to try something different. I wanted to prove to myself that I can do it with something else. You know, it's kind of like a me versus me thing, you know. You know, I did it with a few different platforms, and I wanted to try to see if I could do it there, and, you know, maybe give some input on maybe the future and what we can and can't do with the car. And, you know, I'm excited, though. You know, they have a great team over there, and I just wanted to, like I said, it's a me versus me kind of thing, and I wanted to try something different. You understand?
You're talking to, dude, I completely understand. You know, so that just kind of leads to, you know, Mark's doing the same thing. He's going to try something different. You're trying something different. Hey, man, kudos to you guys. Because, you know, if you heard what Mark said, he's like, you know, I told you guys we had lunch today, and he was very passionate about what he said. He goes, I don't want to go 10 years down the road, Jay, and think, what if I could have? You know what I'm saying? Which
no, I get it.
You're in the same boat. You're going to try something different, man. And listen, I get it, dude. We're all trying something different for 2023, and I'm doing the same thing.
I say, man, I kudos to Mark, man, for making that change. I mean, he's a great competitor. He know what he's doing. He's great at what he does. He likes to improvise. He likes to try different things. You know, all kudos to Mark. You know, because he came from a great team, man. It's like, it's hard to. He came from a beast team, so it's hard to just say, you know what, I'm just gonna do my own thing. I want to try something different. I want to create my own car. You know, that takes a lot of balls to step off from the great platform that he had already.
Yes, it does.
To do his own thing, you know, knowing that he could possibly fail.
Correct. That's the unknown.
You know what?
That's the unknown.
But I believe in him.
Yeah, I do too.
But I believe in him.
Yeah,
I believe in him.
I
believe in his skill set.
Listen, he went from making a carbon fiber bullet, you know, bro, he used to have a piece of flat carbon fiber, and we used to build cars for him, and, you know, and the bullet was very successful back in the day, you know.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see if it's gonna be successful, and I'm with you. I listen. I wish you luck. I wish him luck. I wish everybody the best of 2023, because we're gonna put it. We're Foster and I are gonna put the time in like you guys are putting the time in, and I hope we bring you something to your house, to your household, on your TV, on your phone, on your radio, whatever it is. I hope you enjoy 2023 with NPRC TV Live. My goal is to bring you something different than I did in 2022, and I'm already starting. I'm already kind of there. I've already been working on it. So I work every day on this, and I think Jay, I think everybody knows me by now. I'm gonna give you 150%, and if I fail, it's on me.
I agree. You guys always did, man. And you guys bring a great platform for everybody around the world to see, and
thank you.
You know, and it's always great watching you guys live, even if I'm not there, and I can just pop on and just watch, and you know,
yeah.
I could many in the world could agree with me on this. You know, people can't be there all the time, so that's a good platform for people to get out there and watch their family members race, and you know, it's good to see, man. It only helps grow the hobby. And you know, when I seen you guys was gonna step away, I said, man, we might get plummet. You know what I mean? Because there's no exposure. We need exposure, you know, to keep going.
Well, good news, Jay. We're gonna overexposure it now.
the more the merrier.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to you listen. I want to tell everybody what races we're doing. I want to so bad, but I can't. I just can't. I can't do it, man. I can't.
Be patient, guys.
I
Be patient,
am, dude.
everybody.
I
It's
am.
coming.
I am. I'm going to get out of town for a couple days, so that way I can go chill. I'm going to head to the sand dunes and fart around for a few days. What do you guys play? Well, you know what? Hey, first thing, Merry Christmas to you and the babies and all the kids and Cece. What do you got going on for Christmas? Anything fun?
Oh man, I just spend a shitload of money on my kids, man. Every year we always say they don't have enough and they don't have enough and they don't have enough. And by the time we start wrapping, it's like we bought way too much stuff. What are we doing?
You sound like me, dude. I told my wife that.
But for me, man, it's all about the kids and it's time,
Yeah.
Christmas time.
I woke up, I think it was yesterday morning, and I told my wife, I said, my wife, we're like you. Christmas, man, is my wife's, that's her jam. She's been out shopping all day, and I told her yesterday, Jay, I said, I'm not going overboard. I'm not doing it this year. She goes, yeah. I woke up this morning in such a great mood, and I left the house. I came over to the shop. I started texting her, hey, let's do this. Get this for the kids and go get this. And she goes, there he is. I knew you were going to do it.
Well, I think we all say that every year. I say the same thing. I say, maybe we don't have, we kind of take it easy here, and it's like it never happens.
Yeah,
we just spend a load of money and then we go.
Yeah.
When Christmas Day comes, it's all worth it though, because when you see them happy and smiling, for me that's the best. So,
yeah.
I'll take that with anything, So.
Well, listen, man. I again, congratulations to you, man. I wish you the best of luck. Hey, wait a second? Did I hear? Are you coming to Alabama?
I'm there, bro.
You're coming to Alabama?
There. I am there, bro.
Hey,
I am coming.
Are you really? Listen,
I'm gonna showcase
Justin.
FRP car.
Listen to me, Justin Pace, that's putting on this race.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't know what he got himself into by hiring me.
Oh yeah.
Jay Joseph's coming to Alabama. Woo! Right on, man.
Coming, brother. Yep.
Well, I can't wait to see you because that'll be the first time I see you is going to be in Alabama.
Yeah, man. Let me give a shout out real quick, man. I want to
Yep.
Real quick. I want to thank Dustin, man, from GFRP, man, giving a chance, giving me to showcase my skills, man, with already beast of a team they have, man, to join those guys. It's wonderful, and I'm excited for 2020. I'm coming. I'm letting you guys know I'm coming.
And you know what, dude, we're ready for you, brother. I can't wait to see you. I told Alabama's in February, Dustin. Dustin's asking me a question. February. I'll get you all the dates. I'm just gonna send you my race schedule, Dustin. I can send my race schedule to him. Yeah, listen, I'm so excited, dude, to get going. I'm ready, man. I'm ready for our January 1 announcements because a lot of people are reaching out to me, Jay, and they're wanting to know where we're going. And unfortunately, because of I got to keep a lot of things under wraps. But after January 1, it's over. I'm going to flood Facebook. I'm going to flood every group. This race schedule is going to be everywhere. And once we show you the race schedule, you'll all know where you need to be in 2023 because
I'm there. You already know I come to every one of you guys race.
And I can't wait. Listen, I'm doing 12 of them, dude.
Well, I can't promise you 12, but maybe 6.
Dude, that's cool. No, you know what? But I want to tell a quick story before you go. Even Jay, for you to come to Alabama with us, dude, I mahalo. I thank you. I can't wait, dude, to know that you're coming to Alabama, and I'm going to start talking about it from here on out. You're going to bring people to the race. I'm going to bring people to the race. Foster's going to bring people to the race, and Justin's going to bring people to the race. So if anybody else is going to, thinking about Alabama, this should start making you change the way you think. Florida, Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, Tennessee's coming, South Carolina's coming down, North Carolina's coming down. It's going to be a big race, and it's on a city street, and he's got the mayor backing him. But I wanted to say something. About, you just said something a minute ago about how you're at home and you can see, we bring this to your TV, to your radios, to your phones, to your iPads. There's one guy that he is like top, like when I talk about people in NPRC, I talk about him. He's top of my list as far as like great guys, and it's Jeff Zuccarello. I call him Zook.
Oh.
I call him Zook. Okay. I was at Kentucky last year or the year before. I don't even remember. Jeff did not know me from nobody, and Jeff walked up to me and he goes, "Can I just say thank you?" And I said, "What do you mean, dude? Why are you thanking me?" He goes, "Because you give my wife that cannot come to these races a platform to watch and see me do what I do." And when the day that he told me that, it really made me think. I'm like, wow, dude, I didn't realize. I never looked at it like that. But you hear me say this all the time. Grandmas, grandpas, cousins, brothers, uncles, everybody can see their loved ones and their family while we're out racing, and that's the cool thing about NPRC TV Live, man. We bring it right to your house.
Yep, and it's cool, man. Like I said, my family's very involved in watching me. My cousins and my mother-in-law, my mom, my father-in-law, they all watch me race everywhere I go, and it's a big part of my family and too. So they can get on and watch me, man. And my wife starts recording all my racing and starts sending it to me after the racing, man. It's all from you, So at the end of the day, man, I love it, and they sure do as well. So
hey,
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But here, listen, Ivan Versatile's going to Alabama too.
Yeah, Ivan, tell him to stay home. He's too fast.
You tell him.
Hey, stay home. He's too fast, bro.
How great! Listen, this race is shaping up to be a big race. So listen, you guys have plenty enough time. Christmas is almost done. So here's what everybody needs to do. Go have Christmas, okay? Have fun with the kids, grandmas, grandpas. Go have a good time. And then you have 1 week until January 1 of 2023. That's when we announce our race schedule. With that being said, you guys have plenty of time to get ready for Alabama, Atmore, Alabama. It's Justin Pace's race, and we're coming in hot, man. And it's going to be just off the charts, man. I can't wait to get out there. I've never been there. And the cool thing about it is Jay, it's easy to get to. What I mean by that is airports. You've got a big airport that's not that far away, and they have plenty of hotels and all that good stuff. So as far as all that is concerned, all you need to do is go to Facebook and look for a group called Battle on the Blacktop. And right there, you're going to find everything you need to do. And we just announced Jay Joseph will be joining NPRC TV Live. He'll be joining GFRP down in there in Alabama. And, dude, I can't wait, man. Just for you to say that you're coming excites me, dude.
I'm coming, bro. I'm going to showcase my Apollo, man, that race. I should get it in maybe a couple of weeks, my car, and two of my cars, and then I'm going to start testing. Once I get it, I'll start testing for Alabama and get out there and hopefully whoop some heads.
So my wife is messaging me, right? She goes, "Is Santa coming?" So I posted this morning that I'm doing What's Up Wednesday Christmas edition, right? But I told my wife, I said, go get me a damn hat, Santa hat, get me everything, right? And now she's asking me, is Santa coming?
Is Santa coming?
Yeah, no, he's not coming. He's right here. This is all you get,
Santa's
dude.
doing a great job.
Thank you, brother. And listen, man, congratulations, man. Make sure you tell all the family. Hey, when you see Shelby and Henry and all Batistas, everybody out there in Hawaii, would you please make sure you say that NPRC TV Live says Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all that good stuff. And listen, love you, brother. I can't wait to see you in Atmore, Alabama. Join us. It's going to be a hell of a race. Yeah, listen, we're going to hijack the mayor's car, and we're going to run around Atmore in the mayor's car. So,
man, it sounds like a fun time. That's what I'm talking about.
When Justin told me that the mayor of Atmore, Alabama, is shutting down the freaking city road and the police are backing him. Dude, I'm telling you, this kid doesn't know what he's gotten himself into.
Oh, yeah. Man. He opened a whole can of worms to slow it down.
He opened a can of worms, inviting me and Foster out for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure on that one.
The next day after I announced that he was that we're going to Alabama, he messaged me. He said, dude, I got 100 friend requests in 30 minutes.
They know people watching this. So that's
Yeah,
what it is.
right. That's awesome, dude. Isn't that crazy? Oh, I'd never forget about you. I got Matt. Matt from Visalia. I didn't forget about YouTube today. I didn't say hi to everybody today, Matt. I love you too, bro. Matt from Visalia RC Drag Racing. He's my boy. But listen, Jay, again, man, congratulations on your move to GFRP. Congratulations on the new baby. My wife talks about your baby all the time, how she's getting big, how she's going to run that roost, and tell everybody there in Hawaii that we said mahalo. Oh wait. How do you wait? Don't say it. Maliki. I always forget it. Maliki. How do you say Merry Christmas? How do you say? Yeah. It's a song, right? Yeah.
It's a song. Go look it up. We'll play it in your life.
I'll play it right now. Jay, love you, brother. I'll see you in Alabama.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas to you guys all. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays.
Congratulations, brother.
Right, bye.
All right, brother. See ya. Dude, how crazy is that? Off to GFRP, heading to Atmore, Alabama. I mean, it's what more can I ask? Can Foster ask to have Jay there at that race? It's going to be cool. Anyway, man, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I'm going to hit the road. I got some things I got to get going. Maybe go do some Christmas shopping. But thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to tell you Merry Christmas from me, from Foster Yates, from Wendy Shaw, from all of us over here. It's very special when you guys join us and you support us and back us. It truly means a lot to us. So, we don't say it enough, but we just want to say thank you to you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys, we really wouldn't have a show, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So thank you to that, and Merry Christmas, Mike Hobbs. I read the letter that he wrote me today. Merry Christmas, Stephen Richard K. Man, Merry Christmas to you. Sonny Manning, Merry Christmas to you. Jesse Kender. Everybody that's just watching right now and hanging with us, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a great Christmas. And do me a favor, man. When you wake up Christmas morning, remember what we did. Remember what we did for the kids. Wendy and I drove our truck from Phoenix, Arizona to California with so many toys, and it was all due to you guys. So I want to say thank you, and remember, when you wake up Christmas morning, and if you were a part of Toys for Tots 2022, you did something that was very near and dear to our heart. When Wendy and I, when it comes down to doing Toys for Tots and we do stuff for kids, we still have a couple more things we're going to do this week. We're working on it. I'm going to go live when we do it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to surprise everybody. But without you guys, we just don't have we don't have this. We don't have all the toys that you guys helped us. We don't have it. We can't do it by ourselves. So for that, it means a ton. And you guys get ready for my Toys for Tots race. It's going to be December 1st through the 3rd. My goal is $30,000. Here's what you get with NPRC TV Live when you join us. Foster Yates has already reached out to a network to come to our race and to put us on the big screen. It's not set in stone yet, but he's working on it. And if anybody can do it, Foster can get in that door and get these guys with their cameras at our race for 2023, December 1st to the 3rd. Pat, you guys get ready. This race that we're putting on, when I announce my race director, my location, it's going to blow your freaking minds where we're doing and what we're doing. So everybody that joined us this year for Toys for Tots, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, but get ready for next year. We are going to do something that's never been done in Toys for Tots in the RC world. It's $30,000. I want to hand $30K of toys to Toys for Tots personally. Next December 1st to the 3rd is when this is all going to go down. There's Wendy says Merry Christmas to everyone and all that good stuff. Robert Schroer, thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Bo Johnson, Merry Christmas to you. Ivan Versatile, Merry Christmas to you. Mike Holmes, Biggie Paul, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Get out of here. Chris Hornsby, thanks for the show. Been missing it. I'm coming back. We're coming back with the show, dude. So right at the first of the year, we'll bring it back for you guys. You'd be surprised how many people do message me We really do miss the show. We got some cool things coming after the first year. You know, you got to understand something. When you run around this country as much as we do, you got to take a little break. And that's what we did. So, you know, I made it through another year. Mike, happy holidays to you. Chris Smith, Merry Christmas to you. Wade Madfish Designs, Labafish, my boy. We're refreshed. We're ready to go. Thank you, Wade. Anybody else want to say Merry Christmas? I'll give you a shout out on the live before I go. Don Maudlin, thank you, dude. Don has been really good to the show, man, lately. He's just been kind of on point. Anybody else want to say what you got to say? Let me go over to YouTube, see what's over there, and then I'm out of here. Mike Graves, CK Hobby Shop, Tuan Doe, Blind J, Private Dating Chat for Girls is over on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Kevin Ward, 501 Speed Crew. Thank you, man. Benjamin RC, thank you, brother. It's a Hobby, thank you, brother. Melvin Bailey, thank you. NPRC 303, that was a very big anticipated video, absolutely. Twisted Frog Racing, that's OKO and his dad, Jeremy. Jim Skinner, thank you for joining us. Visalia RC Drag Racing. Alberta RC Street Outlaws, thank you. Wow, a lot of people are just having some fun today. Anybody else? Tidor Sanchez, Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas to you. Ralph Burris, Merry Christmas to you. See y'all in September. I don't know where I'm going in September. I don't know where you think I'm going in September, but we need to be quiet. Dave McGee, Merry Christmas to you, buddy. James Monda, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and Wendy. Toys for Tots. Was great this year. Looking forward to the next year being even better. It's going to be off the charts next year, dude. I'm going to make sure 30K is my goal, and I believe we can reach it, man. It's so doable. It's not even funny, especially with the backing that we have from all you guys. I'm out. Merry Christmas. Winnie and I might pop on Christmas Day just to do what we normally do. We might come on and we might give a couple things away. That's just what we do. She loves doing stuff like that. So stay tuned for Christmas Day. We might do something cool. Yeah, I got you, Ralph. Yes, sir. Wait till January 1st. We can't be announcing anything. But anyway, Justin Pace, thanks for inviting Foster and NPRCTV Live out to Alabama. And I'll see you on the first, Tony Relano. And that's it, man. I'm out. Mark Vyne, thank you, brother, for coming on. And Jay Joseph, thank you, my friend. Congratulations to both of those guys. Mark has a little more of a hurdle than Jay does. But I wish him well. I wish Mark the best of luck, man, for what he's going, man, because it's gonna be a tough road. But if anybody can do it, Mark can do it. That's it, man. I'm done. I appreciate you guys. I know it was a quick video today, quick live. I mean, we just kind of hopped in and hopped out. I'm gonna leave you with KDP's favorite song. This song right here goes out to KDP LLC. I'll let you kind of listen to this for a little bit, and then that's it, guys. I'm out. Appreciate everybody. KDP, enjoy that. Merry Christmas to all of the 801, the 419, all of you guys. Good times. Absolutely awesome. So many people. Just look at the love. Wade, I got your message. I'll hit you up when I get out of here. Here we go.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back.
Bring
home.
it.
Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home.
Come on.
Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets.
When I go live on Christmas Day, I want you guys to tell me or send me the ugliest Christmas present you got.
I don't wanna live life fast or die too young.
Whoever has the ugliest Christmas present on Christmas Day when Wendy and I go live to say Merry Christmas, you're going to win. We won! I'm out of here, guys, man. Thank you, guys. Thanks again, man. Good stuff. Don't forget, Battle on the Blacktop at Moore, Alabama, Let's do it. February. I'm going to post it up on Facebook right now on NPRCTV Live, and I'm going to post it up on NPRCT Drag News and Products. That's it. My name's Billy Shaw. This is NPRC. We are here together. We're going to stick together. And